So today what I want to do is talk about Vladimir Putin and how he is targeting with his actions the ruling class in the United States. So if you look at the history of Vladimir Putin, he has objectives he wants to reach. And in general, he targets the ruling class of the United States instead of the country itself. One example of this is in Syria. During the occupation of portions of Syria, companies in the United States and Europe that are connected to the ruling elite were getting $100 million a month in oil, and they were transshipping it to NATO partner states. Now, Putin put a stop to this because he targeted with missiles the trucking facility and the tanker operation in the terminal where all this oil was leaving Syria. So he stopped the bleeding of oil to the tune of $100 million a month from Syria. This shored up his economic interests and also his economic interest in the energy going into Europe. If you take a look at Ukraine, Ukraine has several things that the ruling elite are interested in. One of them is the IT industry there. They have a very big IT industry and a small chip industry. So if you take this and you combine it with Taiwan, you can see the interest of the Chinese and the Russians in taking these out of the U.S. sphere of influence. That would cripple our economy. The other thing in Ukraine is the immense amount of untapped oil and natural gas reserves. This was part of the Soviet Union's huge reserve of petroleum stocks that hadn't been developed. Russia wants this back because it would help control the flow of oil into Europe and increase their sphere of influence. Now, Putin is directly targeting Biden and the leadership in the Democratic Party and certain members of the Republican Party and the business interests in the U.S. Because just like in Syria, he's attempting to cut off their ownership rights in these materials, as well as a massive amount of mineral wealth that's found in Ukraine. So these are considerations people never really look at. So think about it, comment, rate, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.